Obviously, a lot of things have happened in the field of digital manufacturing, but obviously you're here because you want to hear the experts on what they think about the year and what to potentially look forward to in 2024. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to the host of this episode, which is Alan.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gene. So welcome to what we hope is going to be an insightful roundtable discussion on the year in review for digital transformation manufacturing trends, especially as it relates to SAP. We have the leadership of D4M International today participating in our roundtable. At D4M, our commitment extends beyond providing exceptional SAP services, and we deeply care about the well-being of our clients and the industries that we serve. Obviously, that's self-serving for us. The success of our clients and our industry is success for us. So we often engage in conversations with our customers to understand the health of their businesses, because that correlates pretty directly with our ability to be able to effectively deliver SAP solutions. So throughout the year, we've been proactive in sharing valuable content, from customer success stories to key market insights, and it's aimed at providing some visibility into developments that could impact your operations. And so today, as we reflect on our journey throughout the year at D4M, we thought that it might be beneficial for our customers and prospects to hear about the trends that we've observed in the market. You know, we work with a lot of companies, and that allows us to witness and to participate in trends that span, you know, the entire industry. So today we want to share some of those observations with you. So today's roundtable isn't just about us, it's about sharing and learning together. And we hope that the trends that we discuss will resonate with you and spark valuable conversations within your own organizations. So without further ado, let me introduce the esteemed participants joining us today for this roundtable discussion. Chuck Stahl is the CEO of D4M International and has been an SAP professional for over 30 years. Jean-Yves Durocher is the Chief Operating Officer for D4M and is a founder of D4M's legacy organization, R3D Consulting. Eric Ibarra, the VP of Global Delivery, who has been practicing international SAP service delivery for a few decades. And Raj Krish, who is the VP of SAP Services at D4M and is responsible for all of SAP's services, all of SAP services at D4M. Victor Escandon, who is responsible for all of D4M's operations in Mexico and Latin America. So Raj, you've done a lot with both in direct and indirect engagements with a lot of D4M customers this year.
Yeah.
And I think it positions you uniquely to provide some valuable insight. So as we look at our first topic, I'd like to direct it to you first. So from your extensive interactions throughout the year within the manufacturing center, the manufacturing industry, how would you describe the current state of digital transformation in the manufacturing industry that we service?
Thank you, Alan. I think it's a very good question. Let me start with saying that from my point of view, the digital transformation within the manufacturing sector has been more advanced in 2023. And what I mean by advanced is there is a greater awareness and also a lot of projects, digital transformation projects, initiations have happened. Now, if you look at the last 3 years, due to COVID and other significant challenges that we have had in the business, like supply chain issues, for example, many companies were not able to focus on digitalization, right? So they have been pretty much trying to keep afloat and making sure their operations are running. But now those things have been in the rear view now. So now the CIOs and CEOs are able to focus more on the long-term goals, which starts with digital transformation. Now, if I have to look at two things that have been pretty much focused within the digital transformation. I would say many organizations have been pretty much focusing on customer experience and their engagement, and also improving their manufacturing efficiency and the overall analytics around that. So for example, customer-facing applications where they are looking at all the customers are able to place orders and able to see where their orders are in the pipeline, etc. And then from a manufacturing efficiency point of view, they're able to, many organizations are trying to connect devices and use big data with the help of AI and ML machine learning algorithms. They're able to analyze the operations in the real time to make sure that it's running smooth. Thereby, they are able to provide the goods. They're able to ship the goods to their customers and on time, and hence the customer satisfaction is growing. So these are the two areas where I'm seeing there's a lot of focus in 2023. And in fact, I also recently read an article by Gartner where they are saying over 90% of the organizations are engaging in various digital initiatives. And that resonates with what we are seeing. Yeah, that's a lot. And we are able to see that with many of our customers. And a lot of our existing customers are venturing out in digital initiatives, and also new prospects are coming to us asking for help in these areas.
So you've worked a lot of projects over the course of the year, and you've obviously engaged with IT and business leadership at a lot of the customers that you are dealing with. Is digital transformation first and foremost on their minds?
It is now becoming the first and foremost in their mind. And I'm seeing a lot of that happening in 2023 because the companies are realizing that it's no longer a strategic choice, right? It's becoming a business imperative because they have to survive in the competing market. And so it's definitely there as one of the first things in their mind. And based on that, they are trying to invest a lot to implement new technologies and also business innovations as part of this.
So Chuck and Genevieve, are you seeing the same thing from customers? Do you see this renewed sense of importance of the whole digitalization process with various customers?
Yes, definitely. I think this year we see a good momentum, and as we're going to talk a little bit later, I think this also, brings into perspective, I think, the acceleration of AI and all the what I would call the prerequisites. So lots of corporation wants to go to AI and more sophisticated technology, and in the meantime, then there's operational issues, or in some case, obviously, corporations are still in the process of planning to go to S4HANA, which requires significant investment. So what we see right now is I think corporations are, working on both fronts, working on what I would like to call the prerequisite to AI and more advanced manufacturing. And in the meantime, moving forward with S4HANA.
Yes, I would agree with that. And I would add to that I've seen a much closer connection being created between the customer and the manufacturing floor than I've ever seen in the past.
Yeah.
There seemed to be a big gap there where customer and customer service was kind of out there and the plant floor was, remote, and rarely did those two even get close to connecting. But I think the customer is driving some of the innovations and some of the work that needs to be done on the manufacturing floor because of their reach, quite honestly. So that's the one thing I think that really surprised me about 2023 is that gap closing pretty dramatically.
I agree.
Yeah, and I would like to add that in Mexico, we have been receiving a lot of investment during the last probably 2 years, and much more during 2023. We are moving forward. We are adapting Industry 4 as the principal and standard for the next generation. And the industry is moving forward and embracing all of those changes. Now, we cannot just change because we want to change. We require the investment. we require a very good assessment and a budget that needs to be precise. And the companies are making sure that the people are also having the skills to move forward, because we cannot just move with machines and software. We also need people. And as you can imagine, Mexican people also needs to learn a lot of new activities, new technologies. And also, whenever we are moving forward, we need to make sure that it's moving in the right direction. And all of those investments are good investments. So we are not wasting something, wasting time and wasting money, wasting resources. So this is coming more and more the way of that we are moving forward into the new era. And as you can imagine, Mexico has a lot of companies, and today, with the new markets and the new perspective of industry, many more are coming to Mexico as an opportunity to enhance their own industries and making sure that they can grow further. So for Mexico, it has been a terrific year. We expect to have a better one in 2024, but we need to move with solid state, with solid pillars. The foundation needs to be very, very good. So,
And Victor, would you agree that there seems to be a resurgence in manufacturing moving into Mexico, especially with a push kind of away from China?
absolutely. There is more companies coming into Mexico looking for the opportunity to be here. We are not in only one area. Industrial areas are very wide right now in Mexico. So you can find different states in different parks. Most of them have everything that you need to start a company, to build a new company, or to enhance a company that's already there. So it's not only I have a couple of places to come to Mexico. We have plenty of them. We can go and grow together. You know, there is there is no limitation today. So we have people, we have a lot of skills. There's specialized universities, like in Querétaro, we have a specialized university that is working on aerospace. So you can imagine we're focusing more in the new markets, on the needs of the industry and the needs of the world, because at this point we can say that we have been receiving industries from England, from France, from Germany, even from China. You can imagine why China is coming to Mexico. We are receiving investments from China. So this is very interesting, because today we are an open market that can receive a lot of companies and make them better and create new products. And people in Mexico, they are happy. They are very, very strong. They like to party, but they really, really have a strong work. We really, really do this as a very formal way.
So with the investment that's being made in Mexico, Victor, do you see as companies are coming in and as companies enhance their operations in Mexico, that a lot of focus and effort is put to, like what Chuck alluded to, getting a closer connection between the customer and the shop floor? Is that an area of investment even in Mexico that you're seeing?
Well, Mexico is more like a big factory as of today. We can see it. We are producing for the needs of other countries, and basically our market is different. Our consumption is different, but we are able to produce very good cars, very good TV sets, very good, appliances, and move forward into that. So industrial parts, such as heavy equipment, we produce a lot of heavy equipment parts. So we prepare those parts, we supply those parts, and somewhere else the last assembly line is gathering all of those parts. So you can imagine that we are really working more on the industrialized way to make the things good, and adapting all of those new tools in the new era to make sure that those things that we are building are efficiently created, low cost, and with the highest quality. That's where we are moving forward.
Excellent.
And then, Alan, I think that the companies are really question themselves, the manufacturing industry are question themselves still about what is the priorities that they need to follow for implementation of the digital elements for their transformation. And a few of our customers has been presenting us with that question, yeah. And some of them has been a direct question about where to start within the manufacturing operations, what elements needs to be first, if it needs to be in the internal logistics, external logistics, in the manufacturing floor, in the planning and execution, or in the order to cash, etc. Then there has been those questions posted to us, sometimes very direct, where we have been helping those customers, or just having a very good example with one of our Mexican customers that came up with an additional RFP for having a transformation of their ERP system to SAP. And when we start talking to them, they realize, so we help them to realize that they needed to have the transformation of the shop floor first, and then the ERP. That it is dependent in that particular case, that was the recommended first step, just because they have a mature ERP legacy, but mature ERP, isn't it? Then that question of where to start and where they can get the greatest benefit, at least that has been one of my experience of common denominator in 2023.